What's up? BigHerc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. We do it over here. Um, a lot of people I see are moving the hell out of California. Uh, I moved out 5 years ago. I still go out to visit, to film content, but whenever I go back, it's like eye awakening because the contrast in living is just like night and day. And I'm not to say that every state doesn't have its areas, it's hoods, it's homeless, it's drugs, but I'm fortunate for where I live in Arizona, it's very family orientated, it's very clean, there's no crime. I mean, you can have Amazon packages on your doorstep for 2 or 3 days and you ain't got to worry about somebody coming by to take your stuff. You know, over here, you can walk in Trader Joe's and know that somebody in there's packing, so you ain't got to worry about the bullshit. And it's not as racist as people think. I remember when I first moved out here, some brothers was telling me, "Oh man, you better watch out. In Arizona, man, they can carry, man, and them dudes out there driving the lifted trucks." I'm like, yeah, okay. I get out here. I'm cool with those dudes with the lifted trucks. I'm cool with the dudes who have the American flag. I'm cool with those dudes, man, because I know that they stand for something. They're not with the bullshit. And not to get all political, but the reason I say that is because people, when it comes to just the basic wants of every American, lower taxes, uh, a decent economy, no crime, family values, that's what the community I live in, that's what it represents. To think that you're living in a place where they're damn near showing child uh, P in the school libraries. They're and they got these, I call them weirdos, dancing around entertaining the kids, and everybody's cool with it. It just blows me away. How did America get to that point? Why would a grown man want to even go do that unless he's somehow got an agenda? That's out of hand. But this is the type of shit in California that they vote for. They vote for, oh, if somebody breaks in your house, try to run away, and as a last result, you can you could possibly defend yourself, but you can't shoot them in the back. What are you talking about? You're terrorizing my house, and I gotta try to hide while you go through and maybe hurt my kids and my wife. Man, that's some dumbass shit. Who comes up with that, man? Who comes up with all this stuff, man? They just raise taxes. I've seen again in some areas uh, by like point 0.3, or some areas 1%, because they're trying to raise money for the homeless. But didn't they just go through $24 billion unaccounted for the homeless? It's a homeless haven out there. If you got a nonprofit, you're in California, you're balling off the system, man. And you're driving a G-Wagon and you're pretending to be about helping the homeless. It's a big scam, and it's sad because I grew up out there, but when I see the bullshit and I see how people just, you know, act like they don't notice how bad it is, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it for me, the weather and everything else. It ain't worth the trade-off. There's a couple cities in Orange County that are still decent, but even in Newport Beach, where you're talking about some of the richest people in the country live, they had a woman and her husband get jacked in front of Fashion Island, and the woman died. And these dudes came all the way across town to do it because they figured, oh, Newport Beach, it's wide open, and it's just disgusting, and it's sad, and for people to keep voting for the same shit. Don't leave California and go to another city and vote for the same dumb shit. Don't do it, man. Don't bring your bullshit. Don't nobody care about your bullshit over here. Nobody in these states where in these cities where they have low crime, where they don't have the bullshit weirdos in the school, where they don't have uh, uh, all this stuff going on with the drug usage. Don't go there and start implementing policies that you just left and ruin that city. It's like, how stupid. If you want to still be on some stupid shit, stay in California and continue to vote for the dumb shit. Because they continue to vote for dumb shit over there. The dumbest policies in the world. Look at San Francisco, and that'll tell you how dumb shit is and how they destroy San Francisco. I went to school out there in the 80s. Ruined that state. I mean, excuse me, that city. Good old Kamala. And she's talking about running for governor of California. Man, shit. If you would allow that to be running California after she ruined San Francisco, you're in California, you're paying the highest home insurance, highest car insurance. You're paying the highest in gas prices. You got some of the highest crime. You have some of the most drug usage. You have city officials that are constantly lying. And I'm not saying they're not lying out here. I mean, the governor here, I wouldn't say, I haven't looked at any of her policies, but I think they stole this state too. But at the same time, I know that when I look around, what they say about this state is not what it appears to be when you're here. People are very, very respectful. Um, People look out for each other. Uh, People think twice before coming out here to commit a crime. You got people out here that want to be with the stupid shit. There's areas for that. There's parts of Phoenix that you got all that stuff going on, but then there's other parts where people really care about their families. You got a lot of people out here in my area that go to church, and people can say what you want about church, but there's certain values and morals that go along with those people who do go to church, and they respect their kids, they respect their families, and they're not with the bullshit. And that's what I like, man. I mean, I feel very safe here. I feel like the people here care about the community, and just seeing kids out playing, families at the parks. It's very clean. I mean, there's some parks here. If this was in California, in certain parts, man, they'd be full of homeless, man. And I'm sure, like Phoenix has, like I said, it's homeless. But where I'm at, it's a very nice area, and it was a great move, man. Cost of living, uh, the the just level of life here. Um, I don't really have any complaints. But yeah, California, man. If you leave there, just don't bring the bullshit to the next city. If you get involved in anything political, look around you, man. Look where you left. Look and think about why you left, and before you start implementing things that you think are going to benefit your community, put it in perspective, man. That's all I'm saying. And I tell you right now, I respect the fact that if somebody breaks in somebody's house, you can knock them down. Knock them down, man. You know what I mean? People think twice about going in somebody's crib. You see some bullshit going down, you can like be like, hey, man, that's not right. And I'm quite sure, you have uh, your differences everywhere, but overall, I would say that Arizona, from what I experienced, has been a good experience, and just seeing what they did to California, in spite of this, the beautiful weather, the beaches, the mountains. I miss the car drives and stuff like that, and I'm not hating on the people who live there because I know they're trying to just ride it out, and I respect that. I mean, places like Huntington, some of the cities like Manhattan Beach, Newport, Laguna, Dana Point. I mean, beautiful places, man. It's just what's become normalized and who's actually protected. It's like the criminals are protected more than the people who actually pay taxes. The people who have homes. You got a home there, somebody comes in there and squats. So what? So what? That's on you. You got to try to get them out of there. You got a guy living down the street from your house with a motor home. So what? That's his right. Person want to take a crap in front of your house. So what? Don't matter if it's a 2.5, $3 million home. So what? That's just kind of stupid shit. It's like, really? And people say it's worth fighting for. It is. If you really believe in California, you should fight for it. I didn't have the means or the financial to sit there and try to battle it out. And even in the places that I wanted to move to that were nice areas, you talking about just crazy rents. And I'm looking now on the news, they're robbing all those places too. West Hills, uh, Encino, Woodland Hills, all those places are getting robbed. Granada Hills, they had 27 robberies in the last month in the San Fernando Valley. 27 robberies. That's a robbery a day. That's crazy, man. That tells me like the criminal mentality out there is just like, who cares? What's going to happen to us? We're in California. We're going to get bail. We can get out. You know, and then another thing, we go to California, we can play the medical system. We can play all these different hustles out here, and it's wide open. It just blows me away, man. Places like Carmel, Monterey, Napa, just all these beautiful towns, little pockets. You go there, and it's like you're living in a bubble. So those people got so much money, they don't care. It doesn't affect them. It doesn't matter if there's people taking poo-poos in Frisco. They don't go there. They go from wherever their Monterey house and fly to maybe Aspen or fly to New York. They don't even see that, and it's invisible. But to them, it's worth it because they've got this property that they've had for generations. It's worth millions of dollars. They know how to have tax shelters. They don't really worry about finances. But if you're a working class person in California, man, you got to be making. If you're in, and not talking about areas like Paradise or Chico or Yuba City. I'm talking about like if you're in major cities, Frisco, Los Angeles, Irvine, man, you gotta be making to be comfortable. You gotta be making like 200 some thousand a year, man, and that's not even comfortable. That's just to keep just to maintain because the average the average rent for let's say an 800 900 square foot apartment in West Hollywood is 3 grand. 800 square feet, 3 grand. Frisco is probably more than that. And then you got to worry about the dude over here who might mug you on the BART. You got to worry about going to the restaurant and getting robbed on the way out. You got to worry in Frisco. You got to worry about bipping, where they bust your window out, take whatever you got in the car. It's just like you got to really be careful. Even in LA, I mean, you go to Beverly Hills right now, Rodeo, you'll see more vacant businesses than you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I've been going out there for years, and the space in Beverly Hills was so coveted. People used to be lined up to get a retail space there. Now it's wide open. Last time I was there, they had 8, 9 vacancies. That's crazy. In Beverly Hills, shops closing down. People aren't shopping. They don't feel safe. You can't wear your Richard Mille. You can't have your Rolex. People are getting killed over their Rolexes, man. Killed, shot. It's crazy, man. It just, so, and then on top of it, they're targeting a lot of social media influencers in California too because they figure they green. They can go out there and rob them. So you got guys looking at, these social media people who are talking about their big crypto, big this, big that. Man, they targeting those people, man. They trying to rob them too. So be careful if you're out there in Cali, man. If you leave, don't go to the next state with those weirdo policies and trying to get any compassion, bro. Look, you go there, you adapt to whatever they got going on, but don't bring the bullshit and realize that other places don't really give a damn. They don't give a damn about your feelings. Everybody wants to be all, oh, look, man, should stay your ass in Cali. And like I said, California, born and raised, but what they done to the state, the people running it, they ran into the dirt, bro. Ran into the dirt, and they continue to pass these policies. I think the next policy they're trying to pass is that a person illegal could actually become a law enforcement and that would be considered a right to citizenship, or you don't even have to be a citizen to be in law enforcement. Man, do you imagine? California is just straight garbage, man. I mean, the policies alone that they keep passing, those people in Sacramento, I don't know what they're smoking up there, man, but the policies are just ass backwards. I've never seen that many bad policies passing through a legislature, and people just go along with it like it's cool. I guess until somebody actually gets directly robbed, and then even then, they probably feel like, well, that person really needed it. Hey, man, don't Californize the state you move into. BigHerc916. What's up? BigHerc916, and never settle for average. Go to BigHerc916.com and pick you up one of the new hats on the website, or message me if you want one of the limited edition t-shirts, because I know you guys ain't average. It's official. Little Herc's Big Lessons, a story of kindness and integrity, written by BigHerc916 and Lisa Timmons. Me and Wifey are dropping the children's book series. If you want to pick up a great book that you can share with your kids, teach them some valuable lessons, and build on some values, this is the book. I'm also available to pop in at your school or your daycare and read to the kids. We got to save the kids. It's all about the kids, man. Link in the description. Little Herc's Big Lessons. Oh, the popos are coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh,